swing. Get huge discounts on all Divi products and services, like
All right, you guys, it is Earl Grey Tuesday. Sorry I started a little bit late, but this is my first time using Streamlabs here. I just wanted to see how well that worked. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just say so in the background. Uh, But, I know we got a lot to discuss. A lot of people have been asking me about, the live stream that I did this afternoon on RX Muscle. And we're going to get to that. Of course, this is Earl Grey Tuesday. So, as always, I have my Earl Grey tea. Mm. No sugar, of course, naturally. And it is a 1 hour show in case you guys have never tuned in to the tea time. Uh, so feel free, as always, to ask me any questions. This is not vegan games or anything like that. You don't have to pay in order to ask me a question. Ask anything you want there. All right. And first off, Pugman, I definitely want to appreciate the donation. You like I said, like I could say it time and time again, you're always one of my biggest supporters here. So, uh nope, the my shoulder's not well, wait a minute. Vegan Gains got injured squatting? Oh, he must have saw the. I guess he was feeling bad because Blaha did the powerlifting show and decided to go and take it upon his own to show out there. So, well, serves him right there. He needs to wait until everything heals there before he even starts working. So, Scatman, I've been getting that question a lot, and the truth is, I didn't let Romano get away with anything. Like I said before, a lot of people wanted me to attack Romano. But here's the thing, folks. Me and John Romano have been going back and forth since 1998. I mean, before all the social media and everything like that, we've been going at each other since the publication used to be All Natural Muscular Development there. And the thing about it is that we have thrown so many blows at each other at this point in time, but the thing about it is he's not said anything about me in the past 5 or 6 years, and the same likewise here. So I felt it was important for us to finally close the chapter on things. Not only that, despite the fact that we've been arguing for almost 20 years, we generally dislike some of the same people, such as Big Rob and Christian Duke there. But the reason why I mean, and I had a bunch of stuff written down in case Romano did decide to come after me there, which I didn't really know, but I think both of us as a whole, we just needed to close that whole chapter there. Because, like I said, it's been going on for like almost 20, I mean, we're talking almost 25 years here. I mean, that's 1/4 of a century. I mean, we're talking 25 years, people. I mean, given that situation, do you want to really argue with someone for that long and throw shots back at each other? I mean, I know things about Romano and he knows things about me, then we can go and destroy each other or so forth, but we're going to call it a lifetime, in other words. So, that's why I didn't go after him. So let's see what kind of questions we have here. So, well, I definitely appreciate that there, Jamie. I mean, I, me and Dave have been good friends there on the opposite end there. And remember, I'm not the focus feature of the show. I'm just one of the people that are speaking. I mean, the after hour show, I mean, I'm a guest. So if I'm going to be a guest, I may raid the refrigerator once or twice, but I'm not going to go and pee in the floor or anything like that. But yes, I was just one of the column speakers. David invited me. And I figure it's been the last time I've been on RX Muscle show, it's been about 7 years. So, we were due that time there, in other words, just to catch up and see how things are doing. But I mean, truthfully, I speak with all of them on a regular basis, especially Greg and everything. So, yes, Vigorous Steve is going to do a video, Angel. It's just a matter of what and when. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on between Liver King and my good friend Aaron Singerman being released. Just a lot of stuff here. Yes, that show is uploaded and you can view it on RX Muscle's YouTube channel. And yes, Scatman, we're talking about Christian. Well, we call him Dookie from Strength Addicts here. Considerate pest. I'm glad he doesn't bother me anymore, but I literally hate his guts here, and so does Romano there too, as well as most other people. No, Raw, I wouldn't want his abdominals there. Abdominals are the only thing that's actually naturally built in any human being. It's something that gets constant exercise. And it's all and abs are pretty much genetics. You have people like Boyer Coe who competed and, he literally didn't have any abdominals because of genetics here. Raw isn't creepy. He's just curious. I'm not sure if he's gay curious, bi curious. I'm just messing. Dave actually booted Mr. G because he was cooking at the time there. So, but that's why they call Greg Valentino. His nickname is the Rambling Freak there. So I mean that's to be expected. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I have a good idea as to who he's referring to. And if it's that person, then, that can get kind of dangerous there. So there's a lot of dangerous people in the bodybuilding industry. And believe me, if you don't get killed, you can get a serious beat down. Pugman, you don't really need to do crunches per se. And when I say that is a lot of people do crunches thinking that it's going to naturally give them abs. When the truth of the matter is you need to get your body fat down first in order to actually see your abs to begin with. That's, a lot of people have that misconception as far as spot exercise is concerned. Uh, and that plays along with these 30-minute infomercials. People think that you're going to have safety fat all around, but if you use this machine, you're going to have a a set of ripped 6-pack abs, which doesn't work that way. But again, thanks again for the donation. Ice Monkey, I can't unblock that, but no. That's not a happening there. He's not getting his G spot stimulated there, so. Dookie is a backstage creep there, but there's a lot more about him that that only people that have worked in the industry pretty much knows about. For the most part, he's a brown noser. He's always had his nose up Jim Mannion's ass there. I mean, and he always talks about his connections with Jim Mannion this and Jim Mannion that and Tyler Mannion, stuff like that. We don't give a fuck about that, And when something happens here, he's a big giant tattletale and everything. So, how do you develop the Goodrum core? Well, I mean, I always use my Total Trainer machine there. Actually, folks, I now sell the official Total Gym machines now, which is why I've not done that many videos anymore, is because now I'm actually a dealer for Total Gym or EFI Medical Solutions. But I'm not selling the ones that are on TV. I'm selling the professional models here. You can visit caliberfitness.com if you wanted to purchase one. They're a couple $1,000s. But that's why I've not been doing any of those exercise videos, because it can affect my sales and I can get in trouble and then I'll get pulled. Well, Scatman, that's the fun of the show there. Naturally I'm going to be asked that question being gay and everything. So, that's always going to happen, as well as the fuck, marry, kill. That's just a general routine that, that's part of that whack pack culture there, And it's not just me there. It's pretty much practically anyone. Well, technically, I've been a teacher there. When I worked at Verizon, I taught classes and did seminars and stuff like that, So I've already been one and was paid for it for a living there. Being a teacher doesn't mean you have to go to a middle or high school there, Part of teaching is, the best way to describe it is just simply showing people the ropes on doing certain things here. So, and that's the word on that. So, but I already teach. And pretty much most people want, as far as to what I did at Verizon, my official job was pretty much core. I mean, everyone's customer service, but there's different divisions of customer service. Mine would have been more or less in core and consumer relations here, or customer relations. Let's see here. Well, I didn't say pretty much that it was natural. It's just an expected question that I already knew that was going to be asked, Scatman. Because, we've done that same thing before. Last time I interviewed on RX, we did that. When I was on Off Topic Radio, whenever that was ran by Carl Lenore and Aaron Singerman, that was asked. That's just as well as a fuck, marry, kill. These are just general things that, it's going to be expected there. So. Well, Big Lenny's different there. He's not out per se, but at the same time, you remember when Mr. G went off on him and with the tranny comments and stuff. This old shirt, I think I got this at Old Navy. I think it was on sale for like $3, but this is a shirt I used to work out in. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like I said before, I was just one of 9 people that were up there. I mean, the show was really about blessing and, the competitors for the Mr. Olympia, as well as asking some general questions about the Liber King, about Aaron, and a few other things. I'm just one guest out of 9 people. I'm no more important than anyone else that was on that live stream. So it's not a matter of me taking easy. I mean, I'm just one of the 9 voices. The place is crowded. We ran for 2 hours. So yeah, there wasn't much there was not much I could say. I had to be respectful to everybody else that was up there. That's only natural. Well, Raw, Lenny thinks that he's sitting there, so even if he's out, he's not out. He's not comfortable with himself as far as to he pretty much doesn't acknowledge it there, and that's the difference here. And that's where it pretty much plays in. I didn't know Big Lenny. I've never heard of Big Lenny having erectile dysfunction there. So, hmm. But one thing you have to remember, Scatman, being either gay or lesbian in this industry or so forth, there's things that there's going to be different type of encounters that you're going to get depending public wise. There's people just because being gay and everything that won't even speak to me whenever I go to the expos, and then I go tell them to go fuck themselves and everything like that. And there's all sorts of types of, and some people won't speak to Dave Palumbo and blow him off there as well. There's a lot of Italian hatred. Some people blow off Greg Valentino. The fitness industry is quite finicky per se. I mean, it's also very shallow. I mean, just think of an expo with everyone being narcissistic, everyone thinking that their asses don't stink or anything. So, and then combine that with all the testosterone that's being taken, the hormones and stuff. It's just a bad situation. It's just a situation where you have these types of encounters, and I'm no different. Yeah, that's the thing there, Raw. He's been saying he's been done with it, but we shall see. The truth of the matter is he should have never broadcasted, his activities or so forth. And I'm not sure who even put him up to even doing that to begin with. Thanks, Lake. Welcome to the show. Old tea time. I never asked y'all, what are you folks drinking and smoking there? I mean, I'm gonna probably have a nice pipe tobacco after the show ends. After I eat dinner, of course. I mean, if Big Lenny has erectile dysfunction, then he probably needs to go see a doctor about it. No, regular old tobacco pipe, with Sherlock Holmes here. And I actually have another one coming in about a week or so. Mm. Now, normally I don't smoke a tobacco pipe on my live streams because tobacco pipes have a tendency to go out. Oh. Yeah, it looks like we had a little cutout here. I'm not sure what happened. Like I said, folks, I'm using the new stream. I'm using Streamlabs right now, just to test it out to see how well it works here. So If this cuts out there, then I do apologize. All right, so now that we're back online, let me go ahead and check comments here. So give me just a minute. Premier Protein, that used to be a great company, but they've went downhill since they went retail to Walmart and Sam's Club. One thing about Walmart and Sam's Club, they have a tendency to kill products. I remember when EAS was around, used to be the most hardcore company back in the late 90s and stuff like that. Once it was sold and then the products ended up on Walmart, it just wasn't the same company there. But Premier used to be a great company there, but they've gone downhill because it's no longer about producing quality products. It's about producing quantity products to support the Walmart retail chains. No, currently I'm not live on multiple platforms. Like I said, I'm still testing this out as far as to see whether it's going to work well for me. You see, I don't have a cable or fiber internet. I have Verizon home internet right now, which is a wireless internet. So I don't have that type of bandwidth that other channels have, like Vegan Gains, for example. So I have to be very cautious as far as to how I do live streams. Yes, zero point 0.8 grams per kilogram of protein is more than enough to build muscle, at least in my opinion, and that's what Metzer had taught me there. Now, whenever I was competing, it was a little bit different. I actually was doing 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, using the old Beverly diet. 50% protein, 30% fats, and 20% carbs. But nowadays I just do 0 0.8 grams per kilogram. Yes, it looks exactly the same, but I'm using the desktop. Once if this live stream works well, then I'll sign up for the official version, and then you'll see the whole thing change there. I just have to make sure that it streams right. It's actually cutting out a little bit there, so yeah, it's gonna freeze there. That's pretty much what I was afraid of because, like I said, I don't have the bandwidth as Vegan Gains has done, and the Streamlabs desktop uses a lot more resources than OBS Studio, and this is what I was afraid of. So chances are we're probably going to go back to using OBS Studio because the Streamlabs is just using too many resources, which is pretty much what I was afraid of. But that's why I wanted to test this out, folks. How do you lower your cortisol? So you first have to confirm that your cortisol is kind of high. But I would take doctor recommendations as far as lowering it there because that can be a medical issue. So, yep, I told you guys it would be cutting out a little bit. So, hey, big dog, how you doing there today? Yep, this software is really buffering here, so not sure what's going on. Right.